When it came to branding, it's usually a hard thing because you have your separate team in your marketing and also in the creative areas. So usually people are putting these two things, the marketing where you need to manage ads in the Meta or in the Google or TikTok accounts, and the other part is that what kind of creatives you will use, how about your logo and your social media presets or templates, and these are usually same, not in the same page. And when you ask a marketer, it's usually about how you can grow by the analytical part, and when you ask a creative, it's usually about how beautiful can it be, and it can be counterproductive if you can't make it synchronized in these two areas. So today I will go through this method that I developed. It's help you to navigate in the branding systems that you are building or using right now in your brand. Or if you are a creative or a media buyer, then it's also a great way to understand the other side of this whole thing. So in the left side, we can see a much more simple onion, and in the right side, you can see a complicated onion. The left side is about how it works, and the right side is about what's actually there or what kind of questions you need to ask. Usually the great brands, no, it's not usually, it's every time when great brands are born, it's when you ask the right questions for yourself or somebody asking you that kind of great questions. So if you have the questions, then you can answer them, and when you answer that, then it's totally clear for you. Also, I recommend you to grab a pen and paper and stop the this recording or this video when you have an idea or when you have the answer for this question. Then you can write it together. And also, the another thing is that if you are more visual thinker, I don't like to make brands or questions by this kind of bullet pointed way. I more like to think in visuals. So if you draw the same thing in a paper, just concentrical circles, then you will be able to feel these thoughts inside there. It's also have the meaning itself. Let's get into it. So in the left side, the heart of the onion, the middle of the whole thing is that your brand essence. That's the heart of your brand. That's when everything happens. And that's the kind of Nike's Just Do It or the Apple's Think Different. This is an organizing totem where you always can look back for this main idea that's in the heart of your brand. And from that, it's about who we are. It's just about you. So you can see that the brand essence in the middle is surrounded by the vision, the mission, and the values. The vision is where you are going. The mission is how you will go there. What kind of steps will you do? And the values are how do you doing that? What kind of values will you using on that road till you get there to this ideal word, what you would like to achieve or what your brand would like to achieve. Then we have the third circle, that who we are to the world. So mainly this who we are thing, this vision, mission, and values, it's something that in us or in our brands, but when it steps one more out from this circle in this onion, then for the who we are to the world is about how they can see us, and then the how we manifest ourselves to the world is about how we show that things that's inside us. I will jump into here because it's getting a bit more complicated. So this is who we are, then what the others can see from us or how it can manifesting to the world around us, and how it goes. And then we need to choose the what, the where, and the how to reach that message, reach somebody with that message. So it happens in the way like we have our vision, mission, and values. So we are going somewhere, we're going there in a way of how and what kind of values we doing there. So how we do our steps there. So from that, the outside world can see a brand promise that like based on that we can promise them something, and also we have our personality also in the brands and also in our private life, that we have a personality. Also the brand have the same, like you are friendly, you are serious, you are motivated, you are structured and have everything. So that can manifest later, for example in the verbal and the visual communication. Like if you are friendly, you are choosing friendly colors, you are choosing friendly fonts, you are onboarding friendly colleagues to the reception and for the help center. And if you are more serious, then you can have also the more serious typography, the more serious color palette, the more serious layout, the more serious brand messages. You can choose more serious events and touch points where you will meet with the personas that you would like to target. And then also we have the value proposition, like where we are in the market and who are best customers, or what's the best value that we can provide to these guys outside of our company. That also can separate us from others, and what's our behavior, how we are behave day by day. And from that we can step inside the verbal or the visual communication. That's when the copywriters or the designers can came in. The problem can be with not so effective visual brand, or for example when you also heard the story when somebody's uncle's friend designed the logo for the business. That's the problem, like they just designing a logo and don't think about the whole picture and don't think about the customers, the personality, the vision and everything, just put something nice outside there. And also the other part is the verbal communication. You also need to understand everything inside of this main circles, in this main three circles, because then if you are the verbal communicator, so you write or say anything about the brand, or if you are the visual communicator, if you make the visual graphics, the videos, the photos, or everything that I can see, then also in these two areas, you are the bridge between the company and the customer. So you need to understand both the customer and both the company as well, because then you can put them in the same place where you can articulate their message to the audience in every way. So that's why it's an important role, because if you translate it in a bad way, or you just using your same style, or if a designer just using their same style every time, or you don't choose the right designer or the right copywriter or the right marketer who don't really understand you so deeply, then it can be a problem that they can't effectively articulate your values out there. And then it comes to the personas. That's why I have 4 different of them. It can be like if you have just one persona, or 2 or 3 or 4. Ideally I just put 4 of them, but you can separate them for smaller or bigger segments as well. It depends on how deep are you on the marketing strategy. It also have their own rabbit hole. I just don't want to go inside them right now. But for example, the persona can be your colleagues or the future colleagues. So it's so important role that how you communicate your brand into somebody's head who will working with you. It can be the different than your B2C or B2B customers. If you are a B2B, then you can also have different personas. In the B2C, it's the same as well, because of their behavior or because of their group or interest rate or everything. And also it can be complicated if you, for example, B2G, and you also have the governmental sector as well. So for every persona, you need to know the what, the where, and how for the communication. So if you have your brand essence, the vision and mission and values, then you can from that you can translate it like it's inside you. You can translate it to outside. Then you can put the custom on it, and you can find a way where and how and what to say to that guy who you need to reach. So when you have everything ready with this kind of system, then you will be able to effectively choose these ways in the future. And that's why I believe that you need to have a system, and you need to have a bunch of ideas. Because if you have ideas and you try them all, then maybe one idea can't fit into your brand personality. As I said, like if you are this kind of fun brand, you can try serious things, but then it will be not so effective, or the customers won't understand that what's your problem, because you are always funny, or is the same from the opposite way. So as I mentioned you that I have a lot of questions for them, so you can then know everything about what will you need to do. So for the who we are and to understand the whole thing, the first question is what the business do. It's always so important thing for me when I'm asking my clients that let me hear what are you do, what your business does, if I'm a stranger and I not know anything. Then for the vision part, what kind of word do we want to see? It's usually just about for my clients to close their eyes and think about that for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, for a day, for a week. Just write down the ideal word. It can be also much more longer or a shorter version as well, depends on how deep you are connected with this vision. For that ones, I'm having my own vision boards for my company and for my personal life as well. But you need to smell, you need to touch, you need to feel everything in that vision. So if it came to life, you can describe it more deeply. Then for the mission, the question is that how will you work to achieve that word? What will you do for whom, and what assets will you use for that to reach that word? Then usually if you can't answer many things, then the great question can be that about describe your process. How will you do this enterprise? How are you doing it in a way from start to finish for all these processes that you are doing? It also can help you to get your mission on the way. And then you can also choose the name around here and just list out all of the values that you have. It's also the great questions for here to just ask around your friends and let them tell the most common 7 words that they have about you, and then you can collect all of this and you can choose the best ones that you would like to stick to. And then if you have your values, you need to represent them every time and not just go outside from here. And then also for the essence and the values can be a helpful thing is if you ask the question of what is the story of your brand, what was the origin and what happened till now, till the present, what happened with you, what you did, and what kind of strengths you collected during the day, and how would you describe your culture or values in the company. It can be also a great question for your colleagues there. And then for the promise is that what's the promise do we convey? Articulate the values that your brand conveys to the customers. It's usually came from the values that you have a value, and then it translates to a customer. So if you have a warm restaurant with a really great feeling, everybody knows knows your name, knows each other's name, they are chilled, they are so welcoming, then these are your values or the restaurant's values, and then it will be a familiar brand promise for you to achieve something. And for the personality, it's two ways. That the easier one is to you have the 16 personalities from the Jung archetypal model, where you can choose the most common way what you are like, and just put yourself one of these buckets, and it can be easy for you in the starting point, but it's something that I don't need to articulate a lot. I think that you can also see that what's your personality, and usually that's transforming to the brand, and what's the brand's personality. And a great question for here is that what would it be if it's a person? So if you can imagine your brand as a person, like it's a boy or a girl, a man or a woman, a lady or a gentleman, what kind of clothes he or she wear, what is the behavior of this brand, what he does, how he articulates everything, how he speaks, how he moves, what kind of words he uses. That's also the part of the behavior, so you can separate them. And the value proposition is that what is your brand provides to there. And for the visual communication, I also have a branding brief, and for the verbal communication, I have a long brief for the copywriters for articulate these ones. It's usually halfly a coaching method, and the halfly is I have the system for that. So if you just drop me a message, I'm so happy to send it over to you. I just don't want it to be so long video. And then for the personas is that you can describe every persona who you have. And for the target personas, it's usually just describe everything that you know about he or she, and what's the most valuable for them. Why are they going to be so happy? And also another thing is that what's their pain points, what's the hurt, what's the problem that they facing day by day, a lot that you can help to solve. And what should we tell to them? So what's the exact words that we need to tell them? It can be a great way when you just can tell that what's the exact word that I need to tell them, because it's can be like you can see from your perspective, from the solution perspective, that can be matched with the problem itself in their heads, but it can be an opposite way where they want an answer, but you don't tell them that kind of answer there. So that's another thing. And the last is that how we can reach them. They are on the social media, they are in the local shops, they are around me, they are in the other half of the world. So by that you can choose the best platforms where you can put out your message, and then you can decide that you need to write a blog, you need to make a YouTube video, you need to make shorts, you need to go outside and put a flyer to everywhere around your city. So that's the persona part. And if you just write every of these questions to this circle, then you will be much more effective with that work on the future. And if you are interested more to get more deeply, then we can talk about that. And I have here in the other computer side an 8-page of questions for going deeply in every of them, and you can just ask me for that, and I will send it over to you, and you can answer all of these questions. It's a really nice activity for the weekend or for a night, just go out somewhere where you have a big view, and you can imagining these things, that what kind of brand came from your heart and what's the word that you would like to see. And I think the best way is that to fulfill yourself and fulfill your life is if you have your strong vision that can be achieved by you, and you have the way to there. And usually the way is that to build a brand who's resonating with you, provide all of your values, and you can get up every day and live your dream life in the way for creating your mission uh, with all of the values and all of the tools that you have for that brand. So have a nice journey, and thanks for watching this whole video, and wish the best for you.